Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you've seen in the title, I'm sure that's what has brought you here, and it's mainly about prop firms. And in this case, we're basically talking about My Forex Funds. So if you've been seeing our late videos of late, we are very huge on prop firms. Many people around the world are huge on prop firms. Prop firms have helped a lot of people. I've gotten some money from prop firms. Ken, Taras, we've all made some money from prop firms. It's real, they do work, and people do make actual profits from their prop firm accounts. But this is a huge deal that has just happened, and I talked about this. Watch this video. I talked about it on the previous video that I just posted when I had my students over in the office. Watch that video, then get back. So it's just understanding, then now fixing it with your system. Because these prop firms, we cannot rely on them for the long term. They can be here now, they're making us a lot of money, but in the long term, if you don't take advantage of it now, these are just other companies. They can go bust. They can close shop and decide to go. So take advantage of it as it lasts. Sawa? Cool. So you've seen that video, and I talked to my students and was telling them about prop firms, and that was last week on Friday. Today's this week on Friday, and yeah, anything can happen in the markets. There's nothing that can last forever. Nothing, even as life, everything has a start, has an end, and in between there's a bit of frictions, up and downs. I'm hopeful, and hopefully they can come back, okay? But they issued a statement there. If you go to their website, if you search myforexfunds.com, and they are talking about here, traders, yesterday we learned that without prior notice or discussion, or a provincial securities regulator in Canada, which is huge. I'll talk about regulators, and the commodities regulator in the United States issued orders preventing us from trading securities or accessing funds in our bank account, which is huge. So basically they've frozen the accounts. Until these freeze orders are lifted or modified, our business is effectively and at least temporarily frozen as well. We will be reaching out to regulators to discuss their concerns, and the first court date to determine whether the freeze orders should be lifted or modified is currently scheduled for September 11th in the US, with another hearing later the same week in Canada. We hope to have this matter resolved as soon as possible, and we'll update this message as events occur. Now, two main things that have happened here. These are two regulators, okay? Provincial securities regulator in Canada and the commodities regulator in the United States. Now, these are two different places coming for the same company. Now, if you know about regulators, about the SEC and these people, it's huge deal. When you hear someone is being, their accounts have been frozen by the governing body, the regulators, it's a huge deal. There's something that is going on, and they need to do some research on it and find out what is really going on. So, this will take some time. I believe it's also going to take some time. It's not, if you've been following cryptocurrencies with Ripple. Now, Ripple was a very good cryptocurrency. Still is, have a good idea around it, okay? Now, if you remember back then, I believe this was back in 2019, around there, 2018, 2019, they started getting regulation, same thing like this from the SEC and regulators about their works, what they're doing. So, and that took quite some time. I believe it's still, I'm not really followed up on that, but it took quite a couple of years. It wasn't something that was ended. Once regulators freeze your accounts, it's not a 2-week thing. It needs time, research, and data. So it took quite some time. So right now, that's the same thing that's happening on my Forex funds. It might take quite some time, and if you know, my Forex funds are very huge. My Forex funds have been in the industry for quite some time, a very big competitor to FTMO. So, and they came with different styles to catch attention and to catch people. So many people flocked there. If you used to go to their site, they used to give very massive payouts. If you still go to their YouTube channel, because their website over here is quite locked down, you can still see those interviews that they had with a lot of people with payouts and what they were doing. Many people making a lot of money through them. So right now, this is a huge deal happening in the Forex market as well as stock market, cryptocurrency market, with prop firms now, because prop firms came apart. We had sort of a bubble. Many people opening prop firms. The trader next to you that you follow, maybe the Forex gurus you follow, you hear someone has opened their own prop firm accounts, starting to fund people. So a lot of things will start going out right now, because this securities exchange with these court hearings will bring a lot of things to the light. A lot of debate has been going around whether prop firms actually fund people with live accounts or it's a demo account that they give people, and they try and make a lot of money with people who are paying and pay people who are trading profitably, because a few percentage of people actually make money trading. So maybe they're using that laws of numbers, okay? Many people pay here, and then they do the math and they can balance that out. So a lot of these things will start coming out. It's about time we hear about that. And it's not necessarily a bad thing for the market. The people who are doing it right are going to last and they're going to stay, which is a good thing to bring into light for us to also understand. And something I've been teaching my students and also a few followers that we have here is don't put all your eggs in one basket. For example, in our case, we have accounts with My Forex Funds, which now we are seeing they've been frozen. We want to see what's the step moving forward. But we also have accounts with My Funded Forex, FTMO. So you need to expand your reach. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And something else that I keep telling people is when you make money with My Forex Funds, and I was telling my students that last week, you need to take that money and take it out. Don't compound your account. Don't start saying this is my $10,000 FTMO or prop firm that you're growing. You want to grow to $20,000. You want to cushion so that you don't have a big loss. No. When it comes to my accounts, my Forex funds, my funded FX, FTMO, funded trader, the 5%ers, any prop firm that you use, make money, withdraw that money, have the cash at hand. And once you're doing that, okay, once you start moving your money, don't start saying, okay, now I'm making a lot of money with these prop firms, and you start spending that money. Take that money, fund your own account. Trust you me, no one is going to touch your own account. It's like a bank account. That you create your own rules, you can create your own withdrawals, you can do whatever you want with your own account. So as you're making money with these prop firms, which are still here, this happening doesn't mean it's the end of prop firms. It's bringing a lot of light to the prop firm industry and solidifying a lot of things. So the people who last and people who stay and the people who open accounts with, those are the people you need to go with, but you need to follow those step-by-step processes. Get a good prop firm that you can afford, withdraw the money once you make profit, and fund your own trading account. At the end of the day, that's the journey you should go. Do not rely on prop firms 100% to the end. So with that said, there's something we've been working on behind the scenes for quite some time, the boys and I and the Financial Hub team, and it's something that we're about to launch later on this month. It's about prop firms and how to pass prop firms, how to choose prop firms, basically how to navigate your way around prop firms with the few things that I've said, how to take money, make profit, fund your own account. So there's something around that. We want to help you and guide you in the proper way, not to get in the wrong side of the prop firms, and to do it in the professional way. But with that said, today don't talk much about that. That's something that we'll be announcing soon, but I just wanted to share this information. This is not the end of prop firms. Prop firms are still here. A lot of prop firms are doing things in the right way, but this is just the start of bringing a lot of things to the light and the prop firms doing things in the right way, because I personally believe prop firms have helped a lot of people. They have helped us, and they will continue to help a lot of people moving forward. But this is just one of those hiccups along the way to solidifying this prop firm industry. So with that said, thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.